I'm Russ.
Hi, I'm Josiah.
And welcome back to Tower TV. Anyways, happy belated Valentine's Day.
Oh, by the way, I got you something.
No way, I got you something. No way.
Oh my god.
That's so lovely.
Speaking of love, did you know that Paris is the city of love?
I did know that. Actually, our French classes just went on a trip to another French-speaking city, Quebec.
It's the first time it's been back since before quarantine. Let's hear from Chelsea and Rye about the trip.
At the beginning of February, East French Club took a trip to Quebec City in Quebec, Canada to learn all about the French culture there. Here are some of the activities we did and things that we learned while we were there. Quebec City is the second oldest city in North America. It became a city in 1608, shortly following Jamestown, which became a city in 1607. This is the oldest house in all of Quebec City. It is called La Maison Jacquette, and it was built in 1675. We had the privilege of meeting with the Huron people of Quebec City, and we were taught how to make medicine wheels. The 4 colors on the medicine wheel represent summer, spring, winter, and fall. Medicine wheels are used to protect from bad spirits and sickness. Les cabins au sucre, or sugar shacks, are places where maple syrup is produced. These sugar shacks in Quebec City produce about 70% of all maple syrup worldwide. It is tradition at a cabin au sucre, or sugar shack, to make homemade maple syrup lollipops in fresh snow. The Winter Carnival that happens in Quebec is the second largest in the whole world, next to the Carnival in Rio de Janeiro. The Hotel de Glace, or Ice Hotel, is rebuilt every single year, and it takes about 6 weeks to build. We hope you enjoyed learning about Quebec City and all the things that make it unique. Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Chelsea and Rye.
C'était très bien. Merci, Chelsea et Rye, pour cette pièce.
I think you're speaking French, and I took Spanish. Speaking of, Senor Josart is back from his Puerto Rico trip.
With unfortunate timing, he ended up in the country at the same time as Hurricane Fiona.
Let's cut to Cole and Liam to hear more about Senor Josart.
For this month's teacher feature, we checked in with Senor Josart, a world language teacher here at East High School. Some of you may not recognize him. This is because he just got back from a 5-month trip to Puerto Rico.
One of my highlights was having a lot of time on my hands because I wasn't teaching you lovelies. And because of that, I was able to speak Spanish, talk with a lot of people, understand a different way of cooking, went fishing with some locals. I learned how to surf when I was down there.
Traveling abroad has many benefits. Here at East High School, we are lucky enough to have great access to study abroad programs for high school students through CIEE.
When you travel abroad, when you go and have all these different experiences, that notion of who you are extends farther and farther and farther outward, so that your identity becomes connected not only to this classroom or Madison or Wisconsin, it becomes connected to other cultures, other experiences, other ways of living. If you do that as a high schooler, you will be able to take that experience and allow it to change you and develop you in a different way for so much longer, for so many more years. So CIEE, the program, it's important to apply for that even if you're only remotely interested, because it's essentially free money. You have the ability to get a scholarship.
But Senor Josart, how can I get involved if I'm interested?
The best way to start an application is come talk to one of your world language teachers.
Connect with all of us, the world language teachers. Come talk to, again, anybody in the world language department.
Join!
Now, signing off for Tower TV.
This has been Liam and Cole.
What a warm welcome back. Thank you, Cole and Liam.
This episode, we are changing up how we do announcements. They will be mixed into the show instead of shoved at the end.
so people, actually watch them.
The first Spanish Club meeting will be this Thursday, February 23rd at lunch in room 1406. Please show up or email Ms. Lonicky or Ms. Craig to find out more. We hope to see you there.
Would you like to study abroad this summer? There are a variety of topics and languages to choose from. Applications to study abroad with CIEE are due on March 1st. Please email Senorita Craig or stop by room 1409 for more information.
This next piece is about consent, so trigger warning for portrayal of non-consensual situations. Please feel free to leave the room or tune out if that is triggering for you.
Consent is very important, so we ask that you please listen and turn your attention to the screen.
Consent is a complex topic prevalent in many areas of life, not just physical intimacy.
Consent is an agreement between two or more people that is informed, enthusiastic, and revocable at any point.
Let's take a look at some situations where consent might not be immediately clear and break them down to examine what is and isn't consent.
Hey, give me my phone back.
Give me a kiss and I'll give it back.
I don't want to kiss you. Just seriously, give it back.
That's the only way you're going to get it back.
This shows an explicit example of coercion. Consent cannot be given under pressure. Here's what should have happened.
Hey, give me my phone back.
If you give me a kiss, I'll give it back.
I do not want to kiss you. Please, just give me the phone back.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was a bad joke.
Oh, okay, so now do you wanna,
Sure, we could...
Okay.
Oh, no, I didn't really get what you meant. I didn't know that you wanted to do that.
But you just said you wanted to, I don't understand why you don't want to now.
This is an example of uninformed consent and coercion. Consent must be informed and it is revocable at any point. Here's what a consensual situation would look like.
Oh, hey, now do you wanna,
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Oh, you seem a little unsure. I was meaning, do you wanna, have sex with me?
Oh, I really like you, but I just kind of don't feel like doing that right now.
Yeah, no, of course. Do you wanna keep making out?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, I don't have anywhere to stay tonight. Could I stay with you?
Yeah, I'm really sorry you don't have anywhere to stay, but this time, nothing's gonna happen between us.
Oh, come on. We've done this stuff before. You were into it.
Yeah, I'm just, not in the mood this time, though.
Come on.
Okay, I guess. This is an example of pestering, and shows how just because consent has been given in the past doesn't mean it applies in the future. This is what a consensual version of this situation would look like.
Hey, I don't have a place to stay tonight. Could I stay with you?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm really sorry you don't have anywhere to stay, but, nothing's gonna happen between us this time.
Yeah, of course. I know we've, been together in the past, but I wouldn't make you do anything you don't want to do.
Okay, cool, come on.
Thanks so much for letting me stay with you.
If you need help or someone to talk to, contact the Rape Crisis Center helpline at 608-251-7273.
From Tower TV, this has been Will,
Sam,
And Tess.
Thank you, Sam, Tess, and Roll, for the educational piece on consent.
Have you ever wondered what goes into East theatrical productions aside from the actors?
Nope.
Well, if anyone out there is, let's let Ula and Dora show us a backstage exclusive into East Theater Tech.
We saw East play A Wrinkle in Time and wanted to learn a little bit more about the sound and lighting.
So we decided to check in with the Technical Theater Club here at East High School.
People should join Tech Theater Club if they're interested in anything other than performing that happens in a theater, whether it's lights or sound or video or set construction, painting, costume, all of those things that go into creating a production.
I think people should join Tech because I think it's a really good experience. And I think it's really cool to work behind the scenes of the play and the musical and to actually learn how it works. How the sound works, how the video works. And I also think it's really cool to be able to see the development of the musicals and the plays.
I really like just how tight-knit it is and getting to do all the technical things for the play without, necessarily being in the spotlight. And I think it's just a really fun thing to do. Well, you could get a job like our tech director, Mark, and you could be a tech director for another school. And there's also, jobs in professional theater, such as at the Overture Center. And there's really just a lot of opportunities for all the things you learn in tech.
I mostly do video and camera. I can also do sound, the soundboard that's right behind me. And sound effects. And occasionally, and we also mic people. We tape the mics onto their face.
One of the really cool tech features that we're able to use for this production of A Wrinkle in Time are these LED neon tubes that you can see behind me. I have them because I used them as part of an art installation at Oberett called Gleam over the summer and fall this past year. And I spent all my budget on that, but I got to keep them in the end, so now we can use them for shows like this. And I got to work with a couple of students from the Tech Theater Club to design and program what happens with them throughout the show.
Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Dora
and Ula.
Shout out to Ula and Dora for that special inside look.
Have you ever been backstage before? Fun fact, I was on crew for my middle school's production of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I have, once in my past life.
Okay then. Anyways, let's move on to the next announcement.
Oh yeah, ad break!
Final AP exam payments due by February 24th. Don't forget, contact any AP teacher or Kate Bryan if you have any questions. February 24th. Don't forget.
Since freshman year, Tower TV's very own Kajada has run the 31 Days Art Show with senior Getta Daff in the Ray Edwards Gallery by the LNC.
31 Days is an art exhibit that runs from February to the beginning of March, showcasing Black student art here at East.
Let's go to Lydia, Elsa, and Rye to hear more.
The 31 Days exhibit in the Ray Edwards Gallery showcases Black student artwork throughout February and into March. We talked with some of the people involved to learn more about what the show means and the importance of featuring Black art.
I think 31 Days is important to me to highlight Black student artwork because it's not as highlighted in the school and within just the overall art world as it should be.
31 Days is important to me because I think art is such an important part of our history and our culture. I think art is an amazing way to speak up, use our voices, but also connect people.
I made a piece called Hey Man, Give Me a Light, which is like acrylic along with some ripped up books put on it and glued like old matches I got from a thrift store. What inspired my piece is last year when I was doing this, I gave the piece to Mr. Martinez to hold on to, and he accidentally put in another piece that I gave him just like for fun, which was also kind of like the theme of cigarettes to it. So I definitely think it really pushed me to put myself more out there just as an overall, because I was like, last year I was like, well, a bunch of my paintings are, like 2 of my paintings are in this thing, I might as well just, be more social, because enough people know my name through that, I guess.
The main thing I just want to continue doing throughout the rest of my life is just uplifting Black voices. I think 31 Days is always going to continue to stay with me and in my heart.
Look out for the 31 Days closing ceremony in the beginning of March. There will be performances and refreshments. Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Elsa, Lydia, and Rye.
Hey Josiah, wasn't that some of your art in there?
Wow, that art gallery looks amazingly fun. I think I want to go down there right now.
We have to finish the episode first.
Oh yeah. Next up, we have East History with the History of BSU by Kajada and Knoll.
The Black Student Union, also known as BSU, is currently East's largest club. Meeting every Wednesday, this group of students is carrying on a legacy that began in the 1960s nationally and at East in the mid-70s.
Black student unions were established on college campuses as political action and advocacy groups for Black students. This culture seeped into high schools, leading students to create their own organizations. While East's BSU was only officially recognized in 2010, it went by several other names and guises beginning in 1975 with Human Relations Club.
While Human Relations Club was not advertised as an affinity group, it was composed completely of Black students, led by John Struthers, 10th grade principal. Human Relations continued until 1978, when a new club called People Getting Together emerged. People Getting Together lasted 2 years before Human Relations returned in 1981.
In 1975, East celebrated Black Culture Week, which was brought back in 1986 with Black History Week.
In 1987, Human Relations changed again to the Student Minority Action Cooperative Coalition, known as SMACC, which existed until 1994. In 2007, the Black Student Association, BSA, was established and later changed to its current name of BSU in 2010. But between 94 and 07, before the start of BSA, there were other groups for Black students being created. such as Kojo, a music group for black boys, which started in 1997 and continued into 1999. And in 2004, there was Sista to Sista, a club for black girls at East.
Even under various names, BSU has existed throughout East's history and continues to strive today as the club grows with each new year. Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Kajata and Noel.
BSU! What a nice highlight on the history of DSU, especially during Black History Month.
Yes, it was. Now it's time for an ad break, and then we go to Ula and Dora's piece. And now to Ross with an ad.
Spring tennis season starts March 27th. If you're interested in playing, make sure to sign up and turn in your paperwork to the athletic office. And if you have questions, ask Mr. Johnson in room 3015 or Ms. Watermull in room 1503. Spring soccer tryouts will be held on Monday, March 20th, Tuesday, March 21st, and Wednesday, March 22nd, from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at Bree Stevens Field. Whether you're an experienced player or someone who is new to the game, or anywhere in between, we want you to join our program. Contact Coach Strader or visit the athletic office for more information.
Ula and Dora have been working on a special profile of what the United Asian Club is and what they do here at East.
Let's get to them and see what this club is all about.
We wanted to check in with the United Asian Club to learn about some of the roles in the club and what traditions and holidays they celebrate.
My role as an officer is public relations, which is basically sending out emails and then answering questions that anyone has.
I am an activity coordinator for United Asian Club, so I come up with activities and most of the time host them.
In this club, I am the assistant director for MSCR, so I run the UA, United Asians Club here. I work with the officers, I work with Ms. Mater also, who is the supervisor for MSCR here at Madison East. And in the clubs, it consists of a lot of bonding, a lot of team building, and a lot of events and planning for any Asian activities or events that we have.
I joined United Asians Club because I wanted to connect with my other Asian communities, and I just wanted to get out there and be a leader for someone.
A few things I enjoy about United Asian Club is that we're usually so connected.
We're all comfortable with each other, so it's a safe place for all of us.
I joined because I heard a lot from freshmen when I was in 8th grade. So hearing from them and thinking that this club was super fun, I wanted to join too.
The club brings together a lot of kids who come from an Asian background here at East High School. So I like this club to just continue promoting diversity, and I'd also like to continue and to collaborate with BSU and other clubs and build that bond between these minorities here. Some of the goals consist of, for sure, like in May we have the Asian Heritage Month. For sure, that is mainly where we try to spread a lot of the Asian positivity. Have our cultural fashion show from MSCR is one of the main goals, diversity as well.
United Asian Club meets once a month in the LMC. Contact Mater Lore for more details.
Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Dora and Ula.
Thank you to Ula and Dora for that piece.
Hey Josiah, do you know what a martial artist's favorite drink is?
No, what?
Punch!
That was really bad.
I know. Let's hear from Cam, Eva, and Red about martial arts here in our community.
Hey East, this is Eva Cam Red. Today we learned more about martial arts in our community. We're hoping to see some sick moves.
So I've practiced martial arts for 5 years now at Mad City Martial Arts. In this case, it would include karate, taekwondo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and judo. Don't be afraid. Roll with what they give you. It starts out really slow, but if you're patient with it, you'll start to really enjoy it. If you do plan on going into martial arts, don't expect to be the best. Experience has been nothing but great. I really enjoy it. It's the only thing I enjoy to do.
Well, jiu-jitsu is known as the gentle art, but don't get it twisted. I mean, we can still break arms. It can be the most humane means of subduing someone without actually causing them physical harm. I've practiced jiu-jitsu about 4 years, so for me it's been a mainstay in my life. I train probably 6 days a week, sometimes 7. I bounce around from a few places and landed here. Robert and Krista are the head instructors, and they're wonderful people. It's not just a business, it's a community of people that look out for each other and help each other grow. This has been a great outlet in terms of addressing some of my own issues with PTSD, mental health, depression, anxiety. It allows me to assess a situation, say, okay, I'm not in any real danger, this is perceived danger. What are my options? How do I adequately address this situation to have success? facilitating women's self-defense. Women are subjected to much more harassment. I create situations and offering them a plausible solution to that problem by way of either jiu-jitsu or self-defense, so that they feel empowered if they were to encounter a similar situation.
Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Eva, Cam, and Red.
So Leviathan Jiu-Jitsu is at 3140 Edmonton Drive, Suite 400. We're open 7 days a week. Just dip your toes in the water. If you see a higher belt, they will train with you. They're not going to try to hurt you. We're here to keep each other safe and have a good time.
Thank you to Cam, Eva, and Red for that piece. Please, don't fight each other.
Last but not least, we have one final announcement to make, and then we'll end the show.
Help Philanthropy Club fund East projects. We meet every other Wednesday at lunch in room 2010. We are especially interested in recruiting 9th and 10th grade students this spring. Wow, what a wonderful end to a lovely episode. Get it? Love.
Yeah, I get it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Tower TV.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.